I'm glad this episode happened. That cliffhanger lets me know that one of the main crucial plot points of the series is going to be settled rather quickly. Because, let's think about this. The main plot thread that's going on in the story, besides, Asahi gaining more girls in his harem, it's about keeping a secret. For instance, he needs to keep a secret about Shirogami being a vampire, and vice versa to the other girls, like they have their own individual secret. And so one of the main plot points of this said series, Jitsu, is for Asahi to keep a secret for Shirogami, and if, her secret gets out, that would mean that she has to return home because she can't stay in that school anymore, because people find out she's a vampire, and of course, if people find out you're not human, well, you can figure out what society would do to that said person. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm glad that this main plot point is actually being already discussed and handled this early on in the series. Now, I don't know what chapter this is on when it comes to the manga, but I want to assume it's probably chapter 30 or 40 something, or maybe 20 something if it's going at a slow pace. But for now, though, seeing how this is actually being handled at this point in the game of the series, like, so early, you'd think, like, something like this wouldn't be handled until maybe Season 2 or Season 3. Like, that's usually how these type of series go on. So to see Jitsu doing something like this in this episode, I'm happy. I am really happy to see Jitsu already going into this plot point to where we have a cliffhanger of most likely Shirogami's parents just dragging her off back to her house. And then we're gonna have to, where Asahi's gonna have to go talk to her parents, and then they're probably gonna have a deal or whatever, and they're probably going to have a good, ending conclusion for Season 1. So, I'm liking this. I really am. So, I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna clap for Jitsu because I gotta give respect to the writer of the series to already handling this plot point, because usually this type of plot point would be dragged out for a very long time, hundreds of chapters. It can happen. I've seen it done in many series I've read. So to see how this plot point is being handled already, oh yes, yes. Even though I hate the cliffhanger, I'm really pissed off with that cliffhanger, I can deal with that cliffhanger knowing it's gonna have some good outcome. It's gonna turn into something very nice next week. And next week, if I'm correct, is the finale of Jitsu, and I don't think there's going to be a Season 2 of this series, so that's kind of sad, because even though Jitsu isn't the most original I have seen, it's been very fun, and if I didn't like the series, of course, I'd probably have already have dropped it, or something like that, so I'm obviously liking Jitsu, but it has turned into something very nice, especially with these last couple episodes, with, the confessions, to the romantic progression, Asahi, flat out saying, like, hey, I'm in love with Shirogami, me and Aizawa have no connection, even though that strikes my heart, because I like Aizawa, she's a really good girl, just to see how he says that as a main character, and he's like, hey, I love Shirogami, there's no feelings for anyone else. I like her. And I mean, just to see how he is trying to get to Shirogami, trying to confess to her, that was a beautiful, beautiful moment of the episode. So good job, Jitsu. And then Aizawa, her progression, I'm liking where her character is going right now, and how she is accepting that she does have feelings for Asahi. She does have these feelings, it's not fake, and she's realizing this now, and she's actually accepting this. And then you have it to where Mikan, she has her own feelings too, because has these feelings since a very long time, but she's also trying to hide them, and she's kind of having a similar issue that Aizawa had a couple episodes back. So that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, the episode builds up into the explosive finale for next week. It's probably going to be very good, judging by the way the episode ended off with Shirogami just being dragged off by a giant-ass bat. And yeah, so how do you all feel about this episode? I mean, there was some great comedy. We got the Demon Girl comedy. We got, Aizawa chasing around Asahi trying to slap him with a damn shovel. There's some good moments in this episode, along with some great comedy, great dialogue, great voice acting, and some good music. Oh, yes, that's something I want to talk about. The music at the rain scene when Asahi walks onto the roof and then he sees Shirogami being dragged off. That music was so good. I think hands down the best music choice they've done in the entire series. That was so good. Like, that was the best I have heard in this entire series and for this given moment. Like, the animation to the way the atmosphere was with the rain when it just came in with the music playing, well done. So, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How do you all feel about this episode of Jitsu? Did you hate it? Did you enjoy it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.